We're going to be doing a timing chain, exhaust camshaft, and exhaust CVVT on this thing. We're going to go ahead and tear it apart. First thing we're going to do is just get this apart, get the rocker cover off and all the wires and stuff out of the way, and then we'll move on to the front and all that good jazz. First thing first though, valve cover. To get this valve cover off, you need to disconnect the oil control valve over there, pull your harness this way, get your dipstick out, disconnect all your coils, disconnect these two hoses and this plug, and then it's just a bunch of tens that hold the valve cover on. Alright, now with our valve cover off, we're going to start working on everything over here. We're going to have to jack it up and drain the oil out of it. I think you have to also take the oil pan off, so that's something we got to do, and then we'll have to jack the engine up to get the engine mount off. So we're going to go ahead and jack it up and drain the oil, get the belt loose, get the water pump pulley bolts loose. Do that before you take off the belt. There's 4 tens that hold the pulley on. It's a lot easier to take them loose when you have the belt on it. And then we will get back together. We got our oil drained and our passenger wheel off. We're gonna take this fender liner loose, just the front half, and then fold it out of the way. That way we can get to the tensioner and all that stuff. It's just some push clips that hold it in. So we stuck a 10 on these. We broke all these water pump pulley bolts loose before we took the belt off. And then this tensioner thing up here is a 17 star. So I just threw a 17 millimeter wrench on it that has the star in the box end. And then used another wrench and just took the tension off the belt that way. Now we can drop the oil pan. Your drain pan bolt is a 17, and then it's just a bunch of 10s that run around the top. We can drop that, and then we can go back up top there. We can also, I don't know if we'll be able to see the mark or not, but we can try and set this at top dead center. We'll see. I'm gonna drop this oil pan though, just a bunch of 10s that run around it. If you have this little shield, you have to remove this 14 so you can get the 2 10s that are behind it, as well as be able to drop the pan down. And then you might want to move your flex plate bolts out of the way, that way you can get this pan on and off easier. I also recommend leaving 4 bolts in the pan as you drop it and break it loose, that way it doesn't just fall down on you and dump oil all over the place, because there will probably be some oil left in the bottom of the pan. So, but that's that. We're gonna finish getting this pan off. Got our oil pan off, everything like that. You can actually see there was a lot of slack in this at some point, but we're now gonna, I think I'm gonna take this alternator off just to kind of give us more room to work down in there. But we're gonna do the alternator, the motor mount, and then our pulleys, and then we'll be ready to set it in time and then take the timing cover off. Alright, so there's 112 on the bottom of the alternator in that bracket, and there's a 14 there. That's how you take the alternator off. And then you got a 12 here as well for your power wire and then your plug. But in order to get that top bolt out, you have to take the engine mount loose. So we're gonna go ahead and take the engine mount loose. To take the engine mount loose, you have 4 17s that actually hold the engine to the mount, and then you got like 3 13s or 15s that hold the mount to the car. Alright, we got the motor mount out of the way, we got the alternator out of the way. We just need to get the power steering pulley off, and then get our tensioner off over there, and then we can set the engine in time and take the timing cover off. I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulley loose since we already broke those bolts loose, and then we'll get to the tensioner. The main tensioner bolt there is a T50. Jack the car up so you can get to it, jack the engine up so you can get to it, and then there's a bolt on the back side here that you gotta get loose that holds this in place as well. So we'll get that bolt loose, get our T50 out of there, and then we'll be ready to set it in time and take the cover off. Alright, we removed that CVVT actuator that goes right there on the intake side. Now we're gonna lower the engine down, set our camshaft to the right spot, or our crankshaft to the right spot, make sure our camshafts are close. Then we'll go on to taking that all apart. To get that crankshaft pulley off, you're gonna have to lower the engine. That's why we had to do all that. So, here we go. We're gonna line up our pulley. We have to get this little groove down here. You can kind of see it to the third notch there, all the way to the right. That's where you want to line it up with. And then you go up top and make sure your cam timing marks are lined up. That way you know you're not 180 out. So I'll show you that after we get this lined up. So as you can see, those little indents are at the top there. And there's supposed to be 2 timing marks in the middle, but where this engine's all messed up, it might not line up. So we got our 2 marks at the top and our crankshaft pulley where it needs to be. So now we're going to go ahead and start taking all this stuff apart. Your crankshaft pulley is a 22. You can use an impact on it. It should come loose. These ones aren't typically too tight, but once we get that done, all we got to do is take timing cover bolts loose, and then we'll be able to get to the timing chain. So now that we have our crankshaft pulley off, we're just going to go around the sides, take all the bolts out of it, and then get all the bolts out of the middle, and then we'll get the cover off. We now got all the bolts out of the timing cover, so now we just need to pry the cover off and get it off there, and then we can do our timing chain. The timing cover was an absolute pain in the ass to get out of there, but we got it out after jacking it up and prying and messing around with it. So Lord knows how hard it's going to be to get back in there. But now we're going to take our tensioner loose, get our guides off. We're going to have to replace that exhaust side camshaft and CVVT, and we'll go back together with it. So what happens is you'll see that little metal pin right there. It's actually supposed to be right there in the CVVT. But you can see it strips out, and then it allows the engine to retard. And when it retards, it won't start or run right or stuff like that. So that's what we're actually fixing. Now, unfortunately, in order to fix that, you have to replace the camshaft as well, because getting this pin out is an absolute pain in the butt. So that's why we're doing this. Got our new camshaft and CVVT installed on the exhaust side. We're going to torque our caps down, and then we'll put our chain on. Alright, we got all the timing stuff back together. We got our colored links lined up with the circles, as well as the spot on the camshaft sprocket. We're going to spin the engine over twice, make sure everything lines up again, and then we'll be going back together with it. There we go, we spun it over twice. It spins good. So now we're going to get the timing cover and everything back on there and put it back together. See y'all when it's back together. Moment of truth, first start.